Digital success in less than 3 minutes.
I'm Paul and I work in the accessibility team at Barclays. I'm severely sight impaired, which means I struggle navigating around. I find it difficult to recognise people and faces, and dealing with paperwork is near on impossible for me. But luckily, if I get information electronically in an accessible format and with the right assistive tech tools, then the sky's the limit. In terms of using mainstream technologies, I use them in very much the similar ways as everyone else. So I have a smartphone, an iPhone, and I can take advantage of some of the free and built-in accessibility settings. So again, to zoom up and to speak aloud information, so that I can learn, I can work on the go with my iPhone or with an iPad to check and respond to emails, for example, and connect with friends and family just like anyone else. When I think about new and emerging mainstream technology, I think the things that excites me is very much voice interfaces. So Amazon Echoes and so forth, and things without a screen that you don't have to see to interact with. So just being able to use my voice to send a message to someone with a digital assistant or with Amazon Echo is again hugely enabling and empowering for me, and something I'm really excited about. I'm a positive, proactive problem solver who's had to find workarounds to everyday life, from navigating public transport to preparing food. And I think these attributes about being determined, creative, resilient, and having a great memory have really helped in the workplace. And I think really just being interested in technology, in gadgetry that will help me and make my life easier, is also a huge positive and a strength. I know that people that create our e-learning, expenses and performance management systems don't intentionally exclude me as someone with a disability, but that's the feeling I get when the system doesn't work for me and my assistive technology, to be excluded and isolated from using it. And I guess it makes me feel a bit like a second-class citizen, that they didn't think about making sure that their software, their system worked for everyone. And I think about 1 in 5 people having a disability, and about this huge chunk of their customer segment or their workforce that is excluded and isolated from taking part. What advice would I give to other organisations wanting to do more in this space? I think it's really important to firstly consider the diverse needs of everyone. Think about how your sight system would work for someone with impairment XYZ. Secondly, I think to consult, to ask real-world people that have a range of impairments or access needs, be them your colleagues or your customers, so to truly understand and listen as to what's wrong and how things can be improved. And I think third and finally is to, of course, hire diverse talent, so people with disabilities who help build your products, your systems, your services, so that things are built inclusively right first time, and that your workforce reflects the diversity of the customers that you serve and the communities that you operate within.
This video was produced for Business Disability Forum in collaboration with BBC and Microlink, with thanks to Anya Otto from Atos, Joanna Wootten Age, Disability and Inclusion Expert, Nicola James from Lexxic, Paul Bepey from BBC, Paul Smyth from Barclays, Hovey from Lloyds Banking Group,